Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's absolutely fundamental to understanding wealth. What really makes the rich get richer, while the poor often stay poor or even get poorer? It's not just about luck. A lot of it comes down to timeless principles framed as the 5 laws of gold. These aren't abstract concepts, they are actionable strategies that can transform your financial future. Now, if you've been around the personal finance space, you might have heard of The Richest Man in Babylon by George Samuel Clayson. This book is a goldmine of financial wisdom. It uses parables set in ancient Babylon to illustrate simple yet profound truths about money management, saving, and investing. The beauty of The Richest Man in Babylon is its simplicity. The 5 laws of gold we're discussing today are directly inspired by this book. If you can master these, you're setting yourself up for a much stronger financial position. So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's break these down. Let's kick things off with the first law of gold. Gold cometh gladly to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings. In plain English, pay yourself first. Set aside at least 10% of everything you earn. This isn't about deprivation, it's about prioritization. Treat your future financial security as the most important bill you have. Live on the remaining 90%. Think of that 10% as seeds. You're planting a seed that can grow into a massive tree of wealth. Consistency is key. Small regular contributions start to accumulate. This is about actively building an estate. The beauty of this first law is its accessibility. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer the day you get paid. Now that you're diligently setting aside that 10%, we move on to the second law of gold. Gold works diligently for the wise owner who finds profitable employment, multiplying like flocks in a field. Your saved money needs to work. Find ways for your money to make more money. This is the essence of investing. The third law of gold. Gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling. This law is about safeguarding your growing wealth. Seek guidance from those who genuinely know what they're talking about. Financial advisors, experienced investors, mentors. These are people who have dedicated their careers to understanding money, markets, and financial instruments. Seeking their counsel isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom and caution. They can help you avoid common pitfalls and tailor a strategy that aligns with your specific financial goals and risk tolerance. Men wise in its handling refers to professionals with a proven track record. This law also cautions against impulsive, gut-feeling investments. A cautious owner does their due diligence, researches, asks questions, and consults with experts. This cautious approach will help your gold, your wealth, cling to you and continue to grow safely. The fourth law of gold. Gold slippeth away from the man who invests it in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep. This is essentially the stick to what you know rule. If the experts are waving red flags, you should probably pay attention. Let's consider a hypothetical story. John. John has been diligently saving his 10% and has built up a nice little nest egg. Then, his friend comes to him with an amazing opportunity to invest in a new tech startup. John knows nothing about AI, very little about the pet food market, and even less about how to value a startup. This is a classic scenario where gold can easily slip away. The danger here is investing out of your depth. Protecting the capital you've worked so hard to accumulate is just as important as growing it. The fifth law of gold. Gold flees the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts it to his own inexperience and romantic desires in investment. This law addresses the dangers of get-rich-quick schemes, unrealistic return expectations, and falling prey to scams or your own wishful thinking. True wealth building is usually a marathon, not a sprint. Imagine John hears about an investment promising a guaranteed 50% return in just 3 months. Impossible earnings should be a massive red flag. If an investment sounds too good to be true, it almost certainly is. The allure of quick, massive profits can be incredibly strong, especially when you see others supposedly making a fortune overnight. This is where FOMO, fear of missing out, kicks in, and it can lead to disastrous financial decisions. A disciplined investor sticks to sound principles, not flights of fancy, or the siren song of guaranteed riches. Be wary of anyone promising outlandish returns with little to no risk. Your blueprint for lasting wealth. The 5 Laws of Gold, inspired by the richest man in Babylon. Save a portion of your income, invest wisely, seek expert advice, understand your investments, and avoid risky ventures. Apply these principles to change your financial future. Start today by saving 10%. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more content.